Hey guys, welcome to the Shortwave Radio channel. I've been looking at videos on YouTube of old vintage receivers, and I came across a guy that has a lot of radios, and he's just got a Kenwood R-5000. And he actually has mentioned that he's not impressed with it, and mostly because he's a medium-wave DXer. And actually, I've never noticed this, really. Or if I did, it's because I'm not a medium-wave DXer, it didn't bother me. But his video is interesting because he's annoyed at a couple of things. So the first one is I know about it. When you purchased the Kenwood R-5000, and if you ever get a used one, be aware. If you have the stock AM filter that comes with it, you have a radio with a really bad white filter that's crappy. And that is the first thing you need to know on a Kenwood R-5000. Now, this one is fitted with the Kenwood filter that is actually the filter that fixes that problem and is much better. So that was an extra option, and a lot of people don't know that. Most tabletop radios, you just get the radio, and in general, the basics of what they have is great. But the Kenwood R-5000, definitely the filter, the AM filter that comes with it, is the worst crap that you can have in a radio. And at this price, I remember being one of the things that I found a little hard to grasp, that you sell a high-end radio and intentionally put a crappy AM very wide band filter in it for the bandwidth. But the problem that he talks about is something I never noticed. And once again, it's probably because I don't do medium wave, so I never noticed that. But at the top of the band, at 1600 kilohertz, you've got a certain performance. And you see, this is what 1600 kilohertz is. You see the signal strengths. Now notice when I pass the threshold to go to 1599 kilohertz. Notice how attenuated the signal suddenly is. And I guess it has to do with one thing very important. I'm pretty sure the reason for this is that they don't want the radio to overload in case there were some really strong signals. So what they did is they actually attenuated the medium wave band so that it would not overload the radio. But for a medium wave DXer, this is actually probably not what they would prefer. And actually the video I watched is that it's that he's a medium wave DXer and finds that this is very crappy as a receiver when compared, for example, he's got a JRC NRD receiver, which he finds a lot better than the Kenwood R-5000. So, these are things you need to know, that radio receivers, when you buy a vintage radio, I always say it, there's no perfect radio. So this is, one of the things that can happen. So you need to know that, One thing I want to check is, let's see if I go down to Mediumwave, if I could see a difference. So here's is there going to be a difference? Oh yeah, do you see the long wave? And that's the one part I never noticed. 500 kilohertz as attenuation. But if I cross down to go lower, the attenuation is gone. You see that there's more signal. So there's sorry, it has a little glitch that I need to check. So that shows me that the medium wave band has been intentionally attenuated for overload. But once you're here, like below or above, it's not too bad. Let's see here if I nothing here, but it is kind of interesting, which means it would actually, since it works at 500 kilohertz, it would actually attenuate Navtex signals here on 5. So that's kind of interesting. So this is definitely something I've you know, I mean, I got this radio in 1989, 90, 90-ish, and I had never noticed that was a thing, that they would attenuate the Mediumwave band. So it's very, very interesting to note. So let's go as we are here anyways. Tune around 160 meters, see what's out there. See if okay, here we go. 1800 kilohertz, this is a 160 meter band. FT8. Nothing much except some local hams and French. So anyways, just wanted to make a video sharing this because I had never noticed that the Mediumwave band was such attenuated on this radio. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.